want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hey everyone, this is Megan Garbayo with the Joe Blow Movie Network, here to bring you another spectacular tribute video. With the upcoming release of Colin Trevorrow's Jurassic World on June 12th, we take a look at the most influential movie of my generation, of my life, of my dreams, Jurassic Park. As well as its two sequels, The Lost World and Jurassic Park III. Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park stampeded into theaters on June 11, 1993, amid a wave of intense hype. For any other 90s kids out there, Jurassic Park was the event that summer, with lines forming around the block for weeks on end. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the plot of the film because you've probably seen it. Truth be told, the plot doesn't really matter. What matters are the giant fucking dinosaurs. Look at them. That's a dinosaur. Walking around. Look at Jeff Goldblum. Look at him. He's the Jewish Brad Pitt. He's so dreamy. Look at that chest hair. Oy vey.
Gee, the lack of humility before nature that's being displayed here staggers me.
Under the expert direction of Spielberg, Jurassic Park was an incredible landmark in computer-generated imagery and visual effects. The state-of-the-art special effects combined with the incredible animatronics represented the Hollywood dream factory firing on all cylinders. To see the film on the big screen as a child was to experience many of the same feelings of awe and wonder that our parents experienced while watching the original Star Wars. It was that dope. Jurassic Park is based on the best-selling novel by author Michael Crichton. In 1993, Crichton was topping every pop culture chart, with Jurassic Park dominating the box office, his novel Disclosure reaching the top of the bestsellers list, and his TV show ER earning the distinction of most watched television show in all of America. The world had caught Crichton fever, but the level of excitement around Jurassic Park was just out of this Jurassic World. Jurassic Park opened to $47 million and went on to dominate the summer, grossing an astonishing $350 million and becoming the second highest grossing film of all time after E.T. It's important to keep in mind that this dino thriller was released when a night at the movies for two was less than $10 total. Adjusted for today's ticket prices, Jurassic Park's haul would have been $700 million. Dino dollars.
Clever girl.
But perhaps the biggest contribution made by the film was to the home video market. Released on video a full year and a half after its theatrical run, the Jurassic Park VHS tape was the VHS tape to own in the 90s. You know you had one, if you were cool. Little wonder it's the 5th best-selling VHS tape ever. I still have my copy. I really do. I also have The Lost World. Jurassic Park was recognized as a technological game changer within the industry, earning accolades across the board from filmmakers and audiences alike. The film even went on to win 3 Academy Awards, including one for Best Visual Effects.
And the Oscar goes to Dennis Muren, Stan Winston, Phil Tippett, and Michael Lanterry for Jurassic Park.
The film's competition, Sylvester Stallone's Cliffhanger. So, not stiff competition? Jurassic Park made so much bank, a sequel was a no-brainer. And in 1996, Spielberg returned to the director's chair for The Lost World. The Lost World brought back only a third of Jurassic Park's core cast, including Dreamboat Jeff Goldblum as chaos theorist Dr. Ian Malcolm, and Richard Attenborough as the reclusive billionaire John Hammond. Julianne Moore and Vince Vaughn rounded out the cast, but the film's biggest attraction was the T-Rex rampage through San Diego. The Lost World was a substantially darker film than the first, both in look and tone, and it received lukewarm reviews from critics. The film was still a hit with audiences, though, breaking all sorts of records upon its release over Memorial Day weekend in 1997. The Lost World even managed to beat Star Wars Episode I to claim the biggest opening weekend of the 90s, with a jaw-dropping $90 million over the long weekend. While The Lost World failed to reach the glorious heights of its predecessor, the film was a big success in its own right, and before long, plans were in place for a third film. While Jurassic Park had ushered in a new era of CGI blockbusters, by the time Jurassic Park III arrived in theaters in July 2001, audience had become used to the spectacle. Jurassic Park III offered nothing new and lacked one key ingredient: director Steven Spielberg, though I would say it was also lacking in Jeff Goldblum. So, the big question on your minds, viewer: how well does the Jurassic Park trilogy hold up over time? Someone's asking this, I swear. The first film was an undisputed classic, a true game-changer for blockbuster filmmaking, and one of Spielberg's most enduring films. Spielberg has gone on record saying that Jurassic Park was simply him trying to make a really good sequel to Jaws, because I guess he saw Jaws too. It's a fair comparison because, like Jaws, Jurassic Park makes brilliant use of off-screen space. Spielberg is a master manipulator, and his less is more approach was a tremendous asset to the film. Stan Winston's state-of-the-art special effects combined with practical effects and animatronics yielded the most realistic dinosaurs we've ever seen on screen, and even now, 22 years later, the effects are flawless. We've seen a lot of dinosaurs in movies since Jurassic Park, but to this day, nothing can quite compete. So Jurassic Park is still the bomb. And you know what? The Lost World, which I think was underrated during its release, actually holds up better after repeat viewings. In our opinion, the film deserves way more credit than it's been given. The special effects are top-notch, and the film is anchored by a solid performance from the always reliable and always swoon-worthy Jeff Goldblum. The film isn't perfect. The gymnastics scene is just as cringeworthy as you remember, but compared to what comes next, it's a masterpiece. The third film is by far the weakest and represents one of the most disappointing trips to the theater that this narrator has ever experienced. Even with the addition of Michael Jeter and a flock of pterodactyls, it was not enough to make this film watchable. Despite some decent effects work, the film is a dud. It's hard to overstate the impact of Jurassic Park had on an entire generation of young filmgoers, and even now, over 2 decades later, admiration for the film only grows. With the release of Jurassic World, the park is once again open. Here's hoping it was worth the wait. For the Joe Blow Movie Network, I'm Megan Garbayo.
Hold on to your butts.
Wait, is Jeff Goldblum going to be in the new one? In a land that's green, we will find our dream. In a land of dinosaurs, we will find a way. It's through DNA, trapped in amber long ago. That's my Jurassic Park musical. I didn't write it, but I sing it.